Football. 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 Oh, hello there. I didn't see you guys sitting over there in the classroom. Hi. My name's Peter O'Gronick. I'm here today to tell you about a sport. Well, really, it's more than a sport. It is a way of life. The life of football. It's a sport played by men. By men who dress themselves up in funny outfits and go out onto a football field and hit each other and try to get a piece of pigskin into an end zone. And you might ask yourself, why? Why would people do this? It seems rather strange, rather silly, rather counterproductive, if anything. There's an unspoken thing to football. A certain drive and a certain power that is derived from a team achieving what seems to be an insurmountable goal. Not only that, it's a fun American pastime. It is a sport watched by millions every year that culminates into the climax of all sporting events this year. Watched by more people than the World Series and close to the World Cup. Now, what do you need to make this team? What do you need to play this game? Well, I could talk all day about how you're going to do that, but I think my twin brother, Peter, down at the field with the boys, can tell you guys how to do a little bit better than I can. So why don't we go down to them and let's find out how and what you need to play the game of football.
I'm Greg Baracker, and I'm here to show you step one, which is the quarterback. Having a quarterback on your team is essential because you need that in order to win and to have an offense. So, a quarterback is one of the most important positions on a football team. His job is not only to hand the ball off to a running back to gain yards and pass the ball to wide receivers, but his job is really to be the general on the field, the leader. So as I said before, the quarterback is the one who really calls the plays. Actually, it's from the coaches call the plays, but the quarterback tells the players what they're going to run. And he either hands the ball off to the running back, or he can be as bold as to go drop back to pass and throw the ball to a wide open receiver downfield. Of course, when he does that, he is vulnerable to getting hit by defensive ends and defensive tackles, which are coming through the offensive line if not blocked properly. The main goal for a quarterback is to score and to lead his team down the field to the red zone, gain yards, but most importantly, score. But I think the person who can do better at explaining this is my very good friend, Robert Griffin III. So, without further ado, I introduce Robert Griffin.
Okay, now step 2. So next, I'm going to introduce you what is a kicker and what role does a kicker play in a team. A kicker in American football is a special team player who receives the ball directly from the line of scrimmage and then kicks the football to the opposing team so as to limit any field position advantage. This generally happens on a 4th down in American football. Kickers may also occasionally take part in fake kicks. A kicker must be skilled in angling the football or kicking it as high as possible.
Field goal attempt, which would match the longest in NFL history. Sebastian Janikowski from 63 kicks on the way. It is good. He got it. NFL history tied here in.
Hi, my name's Peter O'Gronick, and this is step 3 for how to make a football team, the defensive tackle. The defensive tackle is a very important position on the football field. He is placed on the defensive line, which is this row, the top row of squares up here. He is placed usually between the center and the guard of the offensive line. The defensive tackle's job is to stay between the center and the guard and do the tasks that are assigned him. Now, what are these tasks, you ask? On run plays, which is when the running back tries to run up through the offensive lineman and get into the end zone, the defensive tackle's job
is to block his path between these gaps over here. The defensive tackle blocks these gaps and therefore forces the running back to go out to the side and meet the defensive ends who are expected, along with the linebackers, to make a play. Now, on pass plays, it's different. With the defensive tackle, his job is then to charge at the quarterback. Its job is to rip through and use different kinds of moves and techniques with his arms to go through the offensive guard to the center and penetrate and reach the quarterback, who's going to be standing in this general area over here trying to throw the football.
My name's Juan, and I'm here to show you guys step 4, which is your offensive tackles. They're the ones placed in front of your offensive line and make sure your plays go smoothly. Whether that be a running back throwing a pass, handing it off to a running back, or the running back getting through the defense. Their job is to make sure your plays go smoothly and no one gets hurt, i.e. the quarterback. Their jobs may vary from tackling or pushing, but never pulling down a tackle, or pulling a jersey. That can vary, and inappropriate tackles lead to fouls. So their job is to make sure you tackle correctly, you tackle safely, and the play goes smoothly.
Hey there guys, I'm Alex and my job is to demonstrate the job of the receiver to you. The job of the receiver is to catch the ball. The receiver is the guy who runs all the way out into the field when the quarterback throws the ball so that he can catch it. If the receiver does catch the ball, the team is now that much closer to making it to the end goal and scoring. Easy enough, right? On paper, sure, but in play, not so much. Here's how you can make it as easy as you can to catch the ball. The following info is taken directly from dummies.com. The receiver's feet remain shoulder-width apart and are positioned like they're in the starting blocks, with his left foot near the line of scrimmage and his right foot back 18 inches. With his shoulders square to the ground, he should lean forward just enough so that he can explode off the line when the ball is snapped. The receiver's lean should not be exaggerating though, or he may tip over. The best technique a receiver has for using his hands is to place one thumb behind the other while turning his hands, so that the fingers of both hands face each other. He spreads his hands as wide as possible while keeping his thumbs together. Then he brings his hand face high, like he's looking through a tunnel. Using this, you'll finally be able to catch the ball and run all the way to the end goal, allowing you to score.
So in conclusion, now that we've taught you how to assemble a team and play the various positions, we want to show you how you do not play football. And this is it.